Okay guys, today we're going to work on part 2 of the Cowgirl series, and I'm going to do the skirt today. Whatever color you want for your skirt, I'm going with the blue, the same color that we did the cowboy boots with. We're going to start out our project today with a chain of 32, so let's go ahead and put our loop on our hook. Then we're going to chain 32, we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and so on until we've got 32. If it'll help you, about every 10 stitches, since this isn't too long, if you want to, about every 10 stitches, go ahead and put a marker in there if that'll help you in case you lose count. Otherwise, I'll meet you back here when you've got 32 stitches. So one of the ways to keep your chains from getting twisted is if you go into your first chain through the front here, and then bring your other loop that you're working in and put that onto your loop or onto your hook. And then when you're done making all the chains that you need to make, all you've got to do is pull this loop through this one, and then you've got your chain here with no twist in it. Okay, so now that we're going to have our ring, let me move this tail back here. We're going to chain 1, and then we are going to single crochet in each chain. So in that same stitch, in that same chain up here, I'm going to just work a single crochet, and I'll continue that down the line. Just go into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, in the chain, yarn over, or pull up a loop, pull through 2, into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and we'll complete that all the way around. Okay, we're coming to the end of this first round here. I'm working my single crochets. And then you don't want to work that chain that we did in here. We want to work into the top of our first stitch, which is right here. We're just going to slip stitch into that. And then we should have a total of 32. So a couple things here. If you're not able to identify your starting stitch, always put a marker in there. And always make sure that you count as you go when you finish to make sure you've got the proper number, because if you just go on and you don't have the proper number, something's going to be screwed up and you're going to have to tear it out and start over, and you're going to get frustrated. So for the second round, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to double crochet in each of the next 3. Now, according to this pattern for Yarninspirations, this counts as a double crochet, and then you go into the next one, 1, 2, 3. But I don't like the look of a chain 3. I'm going to work a double crochet and not count this chain here. So the first stitch is going to be the one that I just did on the double crochet. And I'm not counting this chain 3. I'm just leaving it here because I like the look, the fuller look of having that there than the little space that it leaves in here. So this is counting, has 1 stitch right here, and this was our first right here. So this is our first one. So we're going to yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so after this, we're going to do a double treble into this next one here. So we're going to yarn over 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. and then we're going to work double crochets into the next 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, oops, I missed a piece there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to do another double treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, 1, 2, and 3, in through the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and what these are is the belt loops for the belt. Then we're going to go ahead and work 7 double crochets again. So there's 1, and we're going to continue this till we get to the end. Okay, I'm almost to the end here, but we're going to do another double treble. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. I've got a cat in my room here with me. And then we'll just double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll join to the top of this one. Remember these chains, I'm not counting over here. I just wanted that to kind of fill in. This is where we'll be joining with a slip stitch. Oops, I got something caught under there. Okay, and I'm going to put a chain right there. So now you should have 4 of the belt loops, the double treble belt loops, and 28 double crochets. So now for the next 5 rows, we are going to chain 3. So I did 1 already. There's 2, there's 3, but I'm not counting this, remember. So I'm going to go ahead and work a double crochet into here, and I'm going to count. This double crochet has my first stitches. That way I won't have too many, as long as I don't count those chains over there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and double crochet in each stitch going around. Now, because my dress, my skirt is shorter, because I'm doing it for a baby alive baby, I'm not going to do as many rows. I'll just try it on her. I'm sorry, she has no panties on, but I'll just try it on her and decide, because the bottom of this skirt has a ruffle, and I think I do want to put that ruffle on there, so I will go ahead and do as many rows as I need to get this. Not very much, really. I got a cat hair on here, sorry. So mine won't be very long, because it's probably come about here to her belly button, and then right about here before I need to put my ruffle on. So, but if you're following the pattern for the American Girl doll, you would do 5 more rows. But as I said, it depends on what doll. So no matter what doll you're using, just go ahead and try it on them and decide. So I'm going to go ahead and work double crochets for a few rounds, and then I'll come back as soon as I've got my skirt long enough to go onto my doll. And these trebles, they've got a stitch right here at the top, so you just work them just like any other crochet. Just go ahead and work right through that stitch. Just keep double crocheting all the way around, okay? And when you get to the end, we should have 32, because now we've got our double crochets and our trebles, so it should be 32 all the way around. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and work a few rounds, and then I'll be back. Okay, so here's This is probably going to be my last row. Here's my 3. I'm going to double crochet in the same stitch. I'm going to put a marker in the double crochet, the top of the double crochet we just did, because I'm not counting that chain 3 in mine. You can, if you can count that in yours if you want to, but I'm not counting it. It's just kind of a filler for me. So then I'll go ahead one more time with my round of double crochets, and then I think I'm going to be ready to add the ruffles onto the bottom of mine. My little gal just isn't very tall, so she doesn't need very many rounds here. Okay, this is going to be the last, because this next one is our slip stitch, and then we've got our chains going up here. So we're just going to join into the top of our starting double crochet over there. Okay, so now I think for my girl, I am ready to start the ruffle on hers. Okay, so for the next round, you're going to chain 3. I already did 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be working in the front loops only, which if you look here, you can see the V shape. This is the back loop. This one's the front loop. We're going to be working in the front loops only. We're going to do our chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets in each stitch around. So I'm going to start right here where I did my chain 3. I'm going to 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and by putting the 3 stitches in here, that's going to add more fullness. That's going to give the skirt that ruffly look. Front loop only, so I yarn over, go through the front loop only, and work 3 double crochets. Front loop only, and 3 doubles in that same stitch all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and work on mine, and when I get over here to the other side, I'll be back. Since we worked in those front rows, it left a little ridge in here, and that's where we're going to work into now. But when you work into that front row, if you look at it, it kind of made it so it turns out like this now. Okay, so now I've come to the end of my round of my ruffle, and I think that I'm only going to do 1 round of ruffles on mine. So to finish it off, I cut my thread, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this yarn through here. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my darning needle. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here to the top stitch, right up here, this top one, and then I'm going to go behind it. You can see the 2 V's there. I'm going behind this stitch, and I'm going to pull it fairly firm, sort of to leave it so it looks like the other stitches. Maybe it has enough as the other stitches. And then I'm going in the back loop of this one over on this side, the back loop only. I got a kitty that keeps talking and talking in here. And so what that's done is created what looks like a regular loop here, a stitch here, without giving that kind of a knot that you get when you just finish off. And then I'm going to go ahead and weave this in and out down in here a couple of times. And then I'll just go right through a lot of these stitches back in here. And that should be good to go. And then we'll cut that off. Okay, so now that I've got my little skirt for my doll here. So that's going to be, if this goes up to her belly button, this is going to leave these ruffles right above here. So she's got a little bit of knee showing, and then her boots. So, but what I'm thinking I want to do is maybe right through here, I'm just going to go in and weave in and out and in and out a little bit of gold. So let me show you. We'll start in the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go in right down here. And I'm going to pull up. And we'll go into the next loop. And pull up some yellow, and we'll pull it through this one. Then we'll go down the next one. Pull up some yellow and through this one. Down the next one. Pull up yellow and through. Next one. Each time we go down, we're going to pull up this yellow yarn, and we're just going to do a surface stitch on here. So all we're doing is going. It's kind of like chaining. You're going in the hole, pulling up your yarn, pull it through the loop, and then go down into the next hole. Pull up the yarn through the loop, and we'll continue all the way around. This is not in the original Yarninspirations pattern. This is just the way I want to do it, to give a little extra pizzazz to my pattern here. This is not hard at all. I love to do this to different patterns that I'm doing things to. I just think it adds a little extra to it. And I think this cowboy outfit is a great place to do this, because they always seem to have contrasting trim, you know. So I did this on those boots, and then I'll probably do it on the vest. And I don't know, maybe every part of it will have a little bit of this gold trim on there to kind of weave it all together. Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't film when I finished this off back here, but what I did was the same thing as I did here on the edge. I just had my thread, I went into the next stitch and back up and then back through the next stitch, and then just pulled it and tied it on the underside here. And you can see it just is a little bit of color going around there. So the little ends all need to be woven in, but let's go ahead and try it on this little girl here and see how it's fitting. So this is the back, this is the front. I don't know if I can get it on her with her boots, so I'm going to take her little boots off. And we will slide it onto her. Get it up there about where I think it's going to go. Okay, then let's put her boots back on. Oh, that looks like it's just right. Okay, so we've got her boots, which I think are very cute. And now we've got her skirt done. The next thing we probably need to do is her belt. She's got the belt loops, the 1, 2, 3, 4 belt loops in here. So I just need to decide on the color of the belt. And then of course we'll have the shirt. It's basically a shirt and a vest in one. So it'll have some little sleeves down to here, or longer if you want them to be longer. And then it'll have a little vest front. And then there's a hat and a bandana. So I'm sorry it took me so long to get to part 2 here. It's just been crazy. I've been trying to make hair barrettes and things for the girls' school, and I've been working on a few Christmas gifts and Halloween things that I wanted to get done. So anyway, there we have the boots and the little cowgirl skirt. I think it turned out really nice. Make sure you guys come back for the other parts to this series. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys very much. See you next time.